There is rodent feces and rodent urine, as well as cat and whatever else has made its way into that house.
I eat dumpster dive food that sometimes has been expired for months.
She accused your partner of, what?
Doing something in her fridge.
You won't say the word, will you?
No.
Pooing.
Pooing. The really sad part of this whole thing is he actually branded his pimp name on her.
On her eyelids.
Since the mother got the voodoo doll, that's the senior Mary.
Yeah.
What's happened to her?
She's got 6 stitches on the side of her forehead. She fell over and she injured all her arm and her shoulder. There's the scar. And her leg is really swelled up.
Voodoo doll?
The voodoo doll? The voodoo doll?
And I reuse straws. I like to clean them out, because the outside doesn't come.
Developed this fishing line and old strips of t-shirts to clean my straws.
Why I stuck a cracker up my clacker? He stuck a firecracker up his butthole. This man left bleeding after being hit in the head by a flying dildo.
What mediocre piece of shit you play?
Suck! You suck! You suck! You suck! You suck! You suck! Stop doing nothing! You are not God! You cannot tell me what I need to do! The police cannot touch me! Nobody can touch me!
Just after 9 o'clock last night, a war broke out in Minto.
I'd asked them to leave the property, they would not, and I ended up screaming it, get off my property. They've come over with weapons, and we've had nothing, so my brother stood at the front door with the chainsaw.
Seconds later, her brother Troy had lost a finger. His neighbour Mark's arm was cut to the bone.
Suddenly I stopped producing breast milk, so now I collect breast milk for my friends.
Breast milk saves Apple over $1,000 a year off the cost of fortified toddler milk.
I have remembered little by little. Do you remember it due to the marks that you had? Yes, it was due to the marks that I had, the phosphorescence that emanate from her body. It was a substance that was upon their whole skin. that was used to manipulate your body, that was used as a disinfectant substance so they would not get infected from us and from them. When it was analysed on the lab, it was find out that the substance was not natural.
I heard his beautiful singing. I asked him if we could go upstairs for sex, though I never met him. I was dressed as Elvis. We had sex everywhere.
What shocked me was when that house started moving. It was
Bill Nye showed up and he created a shield that covered Mexico and transformed the bukkake into burritos and tacos. And it was feeding all the Mexican people. And they were eating the burritos and tacos and they tasted good. Also created two giant, evil, sentient tacos and burritos. And they had started eating Mexican people.
Sex robot prostitutes are just around the corner. And spread sexual diseases.
We have an emergency. The Jesuits are about to launch a nuclear bomb that has semen in it.
Technology research team is saying this is a bukkake. It's a new kind of nuclear bomb. It's a bomb it's got bukkake in it. It's gonna infect the whole world with Jesuit semen.
The minute I moved into my apartment, it was like living in a tunnel. It was an enlightening moment. It was a realization that that's where I really needed to be.
When you look in the mirror, what do you see? Obviously, I see myself. You look like death.
We probably have 6 or 8 toasters. Fred loves toasters. He loves picking up toasters. Sometimes I'm like, oh no, another toaster, but it makes him happy, so it makes me happy.
Fuck you, Jamsy. You're the fucking star.
I was told by someone who's dating a dentist that the dentist told him that if she looks into the back of the throat of her female patients, that she can tell whether or not they have oral sex, and particularly if they swallow a lot. Is that true?
There are going to be an awful lot of people in an awful lot of trouble if that's true.
I really thought Daniel was a good guy. One day he was at work, and I got on his computer, and I found some naked pictures of my wife. in videos of them having sex. I confront my wife. She tells me about two other men.
I was drunk the day that we got together, mate.
Smell like a tramp and never wash.
Do not listen to anybody. Sit there. Your soul is now left this earth. You are inside your heart. You are inside what you meant to be. Nothing else is around us. It is just you and I. What was said to you when I was in there with you and all that evil was around? What were you told to do around all that evil? I'm not afraid anymore. You helped me not be afraid. You told me.
You sold your children's Christmas presents for heroin.
Yeah, I did.
Just a type of thing that I like to treat it. Just if I find something and I touch something that I like, I just automatically feel like it's mine.
It's mine. It's mine.
A short time later, police would find Hall duct taped, bound, and burned. Robinson denies having anything to do with her murder, but police say they have evidence against him.
He purchased duct tape just a few hours prior to the homicide, along with an accelerant, a lighter fluid.
You had to do that and then come over here and hang out with me after he done it.
They met up with Daniel's old and headed downtown.
The Bible says you're to speak as the oracles of God. If you don't want to talk the way this Bible talks, you should keep your mouth shut.
And when we arrived, one of the men was actively having sex with the cow. His friend, who was videotaping the act, took off as soon as arrived. I can't show you that video because the man was naked and covered in jello.
It's undeniable that I have a thing for vacuum cleaners.
I think about acting like a baby every day. I'm proud to be an adult baby.
Last week, a passenger pulled a gun on him and asked him several times if he wanted to live or die.
The only thing I was thinking of at the time was just to get out as quickly as possible.
prosecutors charged with the crime is paid to uphold the law.
There's a dude hanging off the back of a bus with a beer in his hand.
I collect decorative plates, and I have probably 30 or 40 that just sit in newspaper waiting to go up on the wall. Never used them.
It makes me sad. It makes me sad.
You told me to fuck off!
She told me when she first spied the clown, she was just paying close attention to him. Then he started making gestures at her and she became nervous. That's when she called police.
Okay, something's wrong with this clown.
Is it true that you had so much sex that you broke his penis?
Yeah.
He was in my living room, bleeding, having a man period.
Having a man period? What's a man period? When he split his what?
Banjo string.
His banjo string?
You got your camera on? Huh?
Don't touch me, sir.
It only costs $20 to $35, sir. Bust this man in the mouth.
Sir, who are you?
None of your business.
We'd like to...
Authorities say the couple met an undercover Tennessee Bureau of Investigations agent at the Dollar General parking lot. He paid them $3,000 in cash, and he was given the baby. David Kane and Lynn Greer have been charged with aggravated child abuse and aggravated child neglect.
He spends most of the time in the garden fiddling around with bikes. That's all he lives for, is push bikes.
So he fiddles with them, not with you, is basically what we're saying.
Yeah.
He's a stupid, lying, cheating scumbag. Scumbag.
It just doesn't seem fair at times. I have to live in my house the way it is when other families have cleaner houses.
I had several friends that made little remarks saying, "Wow, your house is really full."
most disgusting people I've ever met in my entire life, and what I read about you would make any person with a brain cell recoil in horror.
My dad spends 99% of his time downstairs. That's his way of coping and avoiding.
Larry doesn't come up here. He says that he can't get through up here, but he's actually too lazy to walk up the steps.
I said, how am I not, man? I said, I'm 11 years old, right? They had my babysitter around there, right? And everybody in the neighborhood used to come knock at my door because my babysitter, she used to just set it out, right?
A way I save my water bill is I actually save my water after my showers. So I collect the water in the tub, get a bucket, and actually scoop it out, take it to where I need to use it. Other places in the house, including washing the dishes once a week, including doing the laundry once a month.
It's like taking a bath and washing your dishes in the bathtub with you.
I think it's kind of gross.
Sleeping at 12 o'clock this morning, my wife comes in and says, oh, the shop's been, someone ran into the shop, and I said, oh, what? So I jumped out of bed, and all I had was my undies on, and I walked out the front, and I've seen the car smashed, and I've seen the bloke walking back to the car. I said, oh, what are you doing, mate? Like, you can't do anything to say. And he goes, don't be a hero, mate.
Sometimes when she goes out, she goes over the top. The makeup, the high boots, the short skirts. In a word, I would say she looks like a slag.
He looks like a slag. He looks like a slag. He looks like a slag.
But Stanley transformed his entire apartment into a nursery.
Did you accuse her husband of having a poop in your fridge?
No, I did not. She did it, and she did it.
She did, Jeff, she did. I remember when I first told my mom, I said, Mom, I know exactly what I want to be when I grow up. She said, son, I know you want to be a lawyer, a doctor. I said, no, Mom, I want to be a pimp.
I don't see him ever stopping this behavior, but he needs to get it manageable so that his merchandise works for him and he doesn't work for his merchandise.
It was Christmas Day, 2013. Soto reportedly took the teen back to a police holding room alone. Frisking the genitalia, but would also pull out the sweatpants and appeared to be looking for contraband or weapons, and that's what the young man thought.
I know this movie theater gives free refills with their popcorn and soft drinks, so I found a few containers in the trash and surprised my loving wife.
Oh, look at you.
And a straw too.
So you didn't really paint too good a picture of this woman in this relationship. You said she was, well, basically, she's bad in bed, is what you told me.
2 years ago, Lee discovered her 29-year-old boyfriend Huang was flirting with women on the internet and cheating on her. Lee was also forced to participate in threesomes. She tricked Huang into swallowing 3 pills, claiming they were vitamin capsules. When Huang fell asleep, Lee went to work. First, Lee took a chainsaw to his face and doused it with floor cleaning detergent, then hacked his head open with an axe.
Roller coaster decapitates deer, showering passengers in blood.
Come outside, jumped in my car and gone and ripped it up the road. Nice big burnout, and then we've had some crazy old bastard from down the road come and shoot at us pretty much. Yeah. Pumped 2 into my windscreen, 1 into the radiator, 1 into the bumper, and then 1 into the house, 1 at me while I was on the deck.
A forensic science trip to a mortuary took on a dark twist for New York high school students when they came across their 17-year-old former classmate's brain in a jar.
I found most of the stuff either on the side of the road or in dumpsters.
My dad, I think, has had some health problems, and now he's not exercising because he flipped the remote.
When I'm physically down in bed and I'm mentally down, the thought of going to a thrift store and getting a few more goodies can be the trigger to get me to pop out of bed and get me moving again. Unfortunately, that is the vicious cycle.
You must have been delighted when you came back one day in your static caravan to discover her having sex with some... Did you not finish with her, or did you stay with her? I stayed with her. Why would you stay with somebody who had sex with somebody else in a static caravan? Because I loved her at the time.
Now, the hot tub has got chlorine in it, hasn't it? Absolutely, got chlorine in it, I know that. And so, you're having sex under the water. You're thrusting penis and vagina. You are forcing water into her vagina. Ooh.
You described this woman as rubbish in bed, lazy, and a waste of space.
Yep.
Rubbish in bed. Rubbish in bed.
Gavin wasn't laughing just a week ago when he says a couple of women up to no good came into the Saginaw Family Dollar store he once proudly managed. They weren't really buying anything, so eventually I asked them to leave the store. They were acting very suspicious. So Gavin takes a can of Febreze and sprays the woman in her face.
Later in the day, we're drawing a giant pentagram around the city.
Patrick admitted to law enforcement that he fired his AK-47 weapon, emptying the weapon. Front door after hearing persons at the front door and observing them wearing masks.
For me, I'm in baby mode on and off all day.
Spending up to 8 hours a day role-playing as a toddler.
His mother was parked at a gas station across Woodward, drove across the street to the Casablanca Center, and allegedly unlatched the hood of the car so that her son could have access to the gun that was inside the hood of the car.
Point, her 15-year-old son picks up the gun and starts firing shots. He struck and killed an innocent bystander.
The victim said the man tricked her into pulling over near the 128 and Elliott Street intersection. He wore a uniform with some type of badge, asked for a license, and had the woman get out of the car and groped her. Told police she realized from the cheap fabric and missing police patch on the sleeve that something wasn't right.
It's the most outrageous place you've ever had sex. It's Children's Park. We flashed the lights when you were at it. No, it's daylight. It's daylight. It's daylight. It's daylight.
I said, son, what is that one morning? He said, that's Pokemon. And son, I found out that Pokemon means pocket monster.
I go through extreme measures to look like a doll. Procedures, and it's been $158,000 to make me really resemble a doll.
Did you ever think that you'd see the powerboats driving down your street? Sometimes. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you do.
My medicine is legal. I have to have it. Not when it's crushed up in a bag in the cigarette box with some straws next to it. That's not legal. Half-top mine.
Police say the child's mother and grandmother put the baby girl to sleep, only to hear her screaming minutes later. After swallowing her grandmother's meth.
Meth. I swallowed too much to stand out. I was carrying my father's baby.
I will fucking kill you.
buy toilet paper. I use newspapers that we get free in town.
One sheet, no more than that. You crumple it up, you use it, and then you put it, when you get done, into this bag. And when this bag's full, we take it out and burn it.
She lost it.
So I started using crack. Getting out crack. I love crack.
Hi, Dave. Can you help with anything today?
I actually am looking for paint markers.
We do have some marking and pens.
Okay, can we look at that?
Yes, ma'am.
Could you show me that? Thank you.
Use for these other than the intended use?
Truthfully, I do.
What the children were saying is that this the suspect was often seen smoking something that obviously was not a cigarette, and also snorting what was believed to be cocaine.
She's made these videos, and you've seen these videos.
I've seen one, yeah.
And that's your mother?
Yeah, I was
having
disgusted.
sex with strangers?
No, it wasn't sex, it was all... She rang me saying that her account on Facebook had been hacked, but I don't believe that. There was about 5 sex videos.
A pre-roll is when you put the rock and the weed together, and it's one of the best acts you could ever have. I could date and I smoke their pre-rolls and have the time of my life.
That's your ex.
I know, it's disgusting.
Well,
They stole my bird, and I gotta have $1 million in this motherfucker. Come on, $40. Kiss my pussy. Kiss it! I want my goddamn money.
You keep calling my house. I'm getting really annoyed, but can you stop calling my house? I did not call your house, okay? I can hear you calling my house all the time.